All right, so Glitchwalkers came out yesterday, and man, oh man. In today's video, we're going to talk about whether it's worth the $10 or whether you should just skip town and leave it alone. This is OneLastMidnight. And let's go ahead and get that question answered right away. Is it worth the money? Absolutely. Well, if you're not a huge Astroneer fan, maybe you won't see value in it. But I definitely see that it's worth the amount that they're charging. In the United States, it's $9.99. And actually, you can get it on sale for $8.99 if you buy it within the next couple weeks of the date of this video. Glitchwalkers adds a huge planet called Aeolus. And when I'm talking huge, I mean absolutely massive. The surface area that spans multiple biomes is going to take you time to cross. Even if you have a rover with a drill on it, it's still going to be extremely challenging, mainly because of the way that the terrain is made. There's massive canyons, huge mountains, and some very challenging plains to cross. If you happen to wander into the caves are planet size. I would actually say that you're playing really on a planet that is a planet within a planet within a planet. That's how big the caves are. Resources are abundant, and instead of there being multiple planets where you have to go out and search for a specific resource, they happen to all be on Aeolus, but you're going to have to find them. And some of them are really challenging to get to. Glitchwalkers adds a storyline of a foe that you have that is called Blitz, and Blitz has taken over this particular world, and your job is to stop Blitz from killing everybody off in the Astroneer training program. The storyline is well thought out. It's fun. It's challenging. There's a bunch of puzzles. It's not only, physical puzzles that you have to figure out, but it's also terrain puzzles that you need to figure out. How do I get to this location? Because it's just extremely challenging to get to. On top of that, the gameplay is different. It's not your standard base game gameplay where the research catalog is completely open to you and the only thing that you need is bytes to be able to unlock things. In Glitchwalkers, the research catalog is restricted. It's been hacked by Blitz. And even when you get to unlock certain pieces of the research catalog, it is not a full unlock, it is a partial unlock, making your gameplay significantly different than what the base game gameplay is like. No longer do you have the choice of, I want this instead of that, because you're mainly only going to get choices of this particular set of items instead of being able to have full access to the catalog. The graphics are Astroneer. Nothing has changed there. It's just a whole new planet with some new plants on there, some new colors of terrain, some cool new particle effects. But they're still the same excellent graphics that Astroneer has always had throughout the entire life of their game. You can expect to get about, I would say, 20 hours plus in the story cycle of Glitchwalkers. My personal gameplay took 25 hours to get from beginning of Glitchwalkers to the end of Glitchwalkers. And at a price point of $9.99, I think that's an exceptional value for the amount of money that you're paying for it. And then that's not it, right? So when you finish the story, your research catalog is completely unlocked, and then you have the whole planet of Aeolus to be able to build stuff. If you're one of those guys that like to build automation or just absolutely build your planet up with all of the things that you can possibly do in Astroneer, then you're going to spend, I can see probably 100 hours plus inside just playing Aeolus by itself. Now, there's some downsides to this, right? Currently, at the moment of recording this, there's no way to, once you finish this exhaustive storyline, to be able to start a brand new game on Aeolus and just be able to play. Unfortunately, if you start a new game, you're expected to play the storyline all over again. This is one of the downsides of Astroneer in general that I've seen, where your quests are not necessarily tied to your account, they're tied to your individual save. Pluses and negatives to both of those things. Some of the longer quest lines like the gastropods or the trains or any of the other really long quest lines, I would love to have System Error put some sort of flag on the account that says, okay, well, you've done it. and you have access to these items and you don't have to worry about it. I could see, though, where that might cause some problems when starting a new game and with other players that have never done that before, and you can easily have, it's just a lot of, how would you do it, right? I guess just from being a person that likes to play Astroneer, I hate having to go through the missions all over again just to be able to get my snails unlocked or my train unlocked or whatever. But, okay, personal pet peeve. The only other negative I can think about with Glitchwalkers is they probably should have gated a few things a little bit more, like restricted the amount of bites that you're getting when you're starting the game. There's plants and you can harvest the bites. Then I think you're getting like 100 per on a harvest, and there's significant amount around. Maybe that could have been reduced to 50 or 25 to make that a little bit more challenging to get bites initially. I think the other thing too is the way that they unlock the catalog was a little bit too powerful. It could have been a little bit more gated. The first time you unlock the catalog, you're very restricted. You only have a handful of items. The second time that you unlock the catalog, however, you get a large amount of items unlocked. And then the third, there's only a few items left to unlock, and then you're done. The research catalog is open. I think they could have gated that a little bit better. And on the second unlock, maybe restrict more items, and then the last unlock unlocks everything. But other than that, I don't really have any more negatives to say about Glitchwalkers. I think you're going to see a lot of videos from content creators on Astroneer come out in the following days and weeks and months that they're just enjoying Aeolus to its absolute fullest extent. There's a lot that you can do there base building wise, and just, playing Astroneer as a base game there after you unlock the research catalog. So a lot of potential for some really cool content and some really cool stuff. And you're going to see a lot of stuff coming out from me about Aeolus, and possibly some new challenges in Aeolus and so on and so forth, because I think there's a lot of potential to that world, and the world is just huge. I mean, it's just freaking huge. Here is the big giant upside to this, and I'm actually shocked by this in a way. Number one, the price point is inexpensive. $9.99? Shoot. It should have been $15.99. The other thing is that System Era allows you to play the Glitchwalkers content without owning it. You just need to have a friend that happens to have Glitchwalkers, and you can jump into their game and experience the new content with them. Now, there's a downside to that. If you don't have the DLC and you happen to finish the game, you're not going to get the new cool suit and the palette and all the other rewards. You're going to get nothing. So fork out your $9 for that. I guess you could say you're paying for a cosmetic, but really you're getting a whole new planet and a cosmetic. So, a gain, plus win. Well, at any rate, that's it for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We have a fantastic community. If you want to join me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below, and make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.